Today in this video I would like to share how to use digital multimeter Kyurisu 102R model. This is digital multimeter, and there are basically two types of multimeter. One is analog multimeter and the other one is digital multimeter. So analog multimeter have many types and many brands depending on the brands, and there are a lot of brands out there called analog multimeter, and depends on the quality, the price will be different. So same goes to digital multimeter. There are many types of digital multimeter. I have one digital multimeter this side, and which is just normal and very simple one, and this is more function, more choice of the function, and this brand is Kyurisu KEW 102R. This is the model number. So they have many types of the model number, but I'm going to try to explain what I'm going to use. Digital multimeter is this model, and this is the normal digital multimeter. I'm going to explain, I'm going to share about what I know and how to use this digital multimeter. So you can buy on your local store or online. So this model is KW102R, and this is what the function. So my model is KW102R. So this model can measure DC and AC voltage up to 600 voltage. So this one can measure current, both DC and AC, up to 10 ampere. So here, so ohms we can test, buzzer we can test, hertz, both voltage hertz and current hertz. And this is for the capacitor. We can test capacitor, we can test diode, this to hold the data, and duty, ref, maximum and minimum. This one auto save power. This is light, which is for the LCD light. So this is what the function can do. They already mentioned on the box. So I'm going to review this. So this is what look this digital multimeter. So the inside there is two probe, one is red and one is black, and here there will be COM, here volt, ohm, hertz, all the things, the sensor here. These sides we only use for current measure. So normally all the time black color put to COM, and the red leak put to all this side. So we didn't use this in the moment. Why? Because this side is only used when you want to measure the current. Otherwise we never use this, only used for the current measure. So remember, don't try to plug into this side. Only if you want to measure the current, only you use this one. So now we're going to check one by one. This is the off mode, and this is you already turn on. So the first selection is for voltage. So V is voltage. V is voltage, and this symbol is for AC, which means for AC voltage, alternating current. So remember this. So V and above is like this. This is for AC voltage. So above here they have written on above here blue color, hertz. So hertz, HZ is for the wave of AC. So if you want to test AC voltage, we have to select to AC here. You must be very careful. If you want to test AC voltage, you must turn off first. So one side is live, one side is neutral. You make sure the thing is clicked in properly, and here you select to AC voltage, and now you can turn on the switch. Okay, so be careful, don't touch this point. So you turn off, and here is the hux. If you want to test the hux here, we have to select to press one more time for the AC hux. So AC hux is the wave of the current. So the hux of the AC is verified by the country, depending on the country, but most of the country the hux are 50 hux, which is 50 times per second. So this is the wave. So all the AC wave is 50 times per second, so they call 50 hux. So let's test the hux. I already select the hux here, and then just switch on. So you'll be seeing here 50 hux. So we already know voltage testing, hux testing. Turn off. Okay, so next this is DC. So what is DC? DC is either power supply or battery. So voltage. So if you see this symbol above the V, this must be DC voltage. So here select to DC voltage. So what are DC? DC is either your power supply, AC to DC converter, or battery. So if you want to check your AC DC power supply, you select to DC voltage. So here positive goes to in the middle, the pin inside, and negative touch to outside. So I get 19.5 voltage. So how many actual voltage of this AC DC power supply? So here 19 volt. This is my laptop power supply. So as I mentioned, there is no exactly 19 voltage. Either must be a little bit less, 5% less, or 5% more. So we cannot get exactly. So 19.5 voltage. Here we can test power supply, and we can test the battery, get a voltage. So 3.9 voltage. So this battery is full. So this is 18650 battery, the lithium battery. So these are basically 3.7 voltage, but the full means 4.2 or 3.9. And here the next, this is the millivolt. So what is the millivolt actually? Voltage less than 1 voltage is called millivolt. So basically all the AC and DC we never test millivolt. So unless this is necessary, we test the millivolt. But we have to know what is the millivolt. So millivolt for the AC, below 1 voltage, you can select to this mode. For the DC millivolt, same goes to below 1 voltage, you can select to millivolt here for the DC. This side is for AC, this side for DC. And here, most of the time we use, here is ohm. Ohm is all the time we check is ohm. So ohm either is mostly resistor. So this ohm, how many ohm we can test is according to the data sheet here. So I'm using this model. So up to ohm, maximum 40 mega ohm. So 0 to 40 mega ohm you can test. So you must select to the ohms here. So how many ohm I get? This is 220 ohm. So this resistor is 220 ohm. If you count by the color code here, red, brown, which is for 220 ohm. And here I have another resistor. Automatic they will calculate. So 0.986, which is almost 1 kilo ohm. 0.986 is 1 kilo ohm. Because of the resistor also plus and minus 5% less or 5% more. So this is 1 kilo ohm. If you look at the color code, brown, black, red, this is 1 kilo ohm. So the next is diode. So if you want to test the diode, you have to select to the diode mode. So here, select to the diode mode, and you take one diode here. So here, positive, negative. So in the bottom, this side is white, this side is black. So this side is white, this side is black. So the black side must be red, white side must be black. So this diode will go to only one way. So positive, the current coming either is positive or either is live. So the voltage come from here and go outside. So come from here and go outside. If you reverse, the voltage is already blocked. So you won't get any value over here. So this diode is in a good condition. Because diode is only for one way. Diode is always allowed only to go through the current only one way. No reverse. If you reverse, means your diode is already broken. And here the next is buzzer. So buzzer is just for connectivity. If you want to check your things have connectivity, this is for connectivity. And this is a capacitor mode. So a lot of digital multimeter don't have capacitor testing mode, but this model have capacitor testing mode. This is why the price also more higher. So if you want to check capacitor, we cannot use diode mode, or we cannot use buzzer mode, we cannot use ohm mode. If you want to test capacitor, only we can test capacitor mode. So we have to select to the capacitor mode. So capacitor here. So this model can test the capacitor up to there are many description here. So this is for capacitor testing. So maximum up to 1000 microfarad you can test with this digital multimeter. The voltage does not matter. The microfarad have important. So 2.2 microfarad. Before you test capacitor, you short first. And the black is for this side. Black is negative. So negative this side, positive this side. So 2.02 UF, which means 10% plus minus, and this is a good capacitor. And here 2 UF, this is AC capacitor, so there is no positive and negative, but this is DC capacitor. All this side, this is the negative symbol side. This select correctly positive and negative here. But for the AC, there is no positive and negative. You can just simply either this side is red or the other side is black. So 2.014 UF. Also, this is 2 UF, 2 microfarad. And here is the hux. So this hux is different from this hux because this is the current hux. So the current hux will be different depending on how many voltage, depending on how many currents, and the hux will be different. But the voltage hux is all the time 240 voltage, and all the time you will get 50 hux. But if the current hux, if a small current, you will get less hux. So I don't want to test the hux for the current, because testing the current is a little bit dangerous to damage my multimeter. But I just want to show you how you can test. So for example, this is positive, negative, and here is the lamp, and here is multimeter. This is red lead, this is black lead. So this is all. This is how the way we can test. It's very simple. But if we want to test AC, this is very dangerous. For the DC, it's not matter. It's safe, negative. You want to test AC also, you can apply this method. So here, positive goes to the lamp here. Positive wire connect to multimeter one side, and the negative wire connect to multimeter one side. Then the current will be displayed here. So if you testing the AC, then you select to AC. If you testing DC, you select to DC. Let me show about the DC current testing. So I have here one 12 volt light bulb, and this is what I have, 12 volt power supply. So I get 12 volt power supply, and here if positive goes to one side and negative connect to negative here. So how many voltage? This is 12 volt and the light is 12 volt. So now the light is turning on, but I don't know how many current is this. What is the ampere of this light? So now we want to test. So red color, red lead we remove and plug to the ampere. So these things we have to remember, we must remember. This is used only when we want to test the current. So now negative and positive here. So how many current? So the current is 0.18. So this is a very small current. 0.1, which is 0.18, which is 180 milliampere. So this is how to test ampere, but I'm not going to test AC current. This will use the same method. You can use exactly the same method, but you cannot test directly from here. You must be very careful. If you test AC current, you must be very careful. If you're not expert, and don't try to test AC current. Don't even try to test AC voltage if you're not careful. AC voltage is very dangerous, and this can kill us. So I hope this video will help for someone, those who are trying to know how to use digital multimeter, and thank you for watching my video.